do, 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 do. Life goes on day after day. Hearts torn in separate ways. So ferry cross that mercy, 'cause this land's the place I love, and here I'll stay. Here I'll stay. People, they pass everywhere, each with their own secret cares. So ferry cross that mercy, 'cause this land's the place I love, and here I'll stay. People around every corner, they seem to stop and say, we don't care what your name is, boy, we'll never turn you away. So ferry cross that mercy, 'cause this land's the place I love, and here I'll stay. Here I'll stay every day. Woo! Happy Monday. How'd y'all like that? Do you like that, Lamb Chop? Yeah, you like that song? All right, very good. Well, I'm so glad you guys are here. Welcome. Oops, hold on, I gotta fix something here. Welcome to our show tonight. I'm Psychic Bob. This is Lamb Chop. Welcome. Look, let's see who else here. There's Baroness Cola Bobs. She got the big wrench. She got the blue wrench. She's our moderator tonight. That means if you have any problems with donations or problems with anybody harassing you in chat, she'll chuck that wrench at them. So don't be afraid to let her know if somebody's picking on you. We don't allow spammers. We don't allow trolls. We don't allow people with attitude. Not on my watch. Not on my show. No way, Jose. And Baroness Cola Bobs, love you, darling. Thank you for your service. Who glorified. It's Monday. Tell you, I've been feeling very etheric all day, because it's Astrology Monday. So I've been studying the astrology and feeling in harmony. You having fun today? Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I'm just feeling it. Let's see who else is feeling it. Oh, my gosh. There's T. Rose. I can't see. I got to take these shades off. There's T. Rose Lovers here. Yay. There's Lady Jane Gray of the Earl Grey Tea Tribe. Yay. There's John Thornton is here. Welcome. Yay. All right. Oh, my gosh. There's the therapist is here. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, I'm so happy to have all y'all here. Welcome. This is so good to have you here. Well, listen, thank you for joining our show tonight. There's Colleen Croy. Yay. Oh, my gosh. There you go. Yay. Oh, my gosh. There's Clover Kiss 77. Yay. I'm happy too. Well, we should all be happy, because there's my buddy Danny from Texas. Hey, Danny, good to see you. Welcome. Welcome to Astrology Monday. Yay. There's Mary Wickus here. Well, Lamb Chop and I have been studying the astrology today. Well, I have so much fun. Monday is my day off. By the way, some of you I know have been sending emails and calling for private readings. I will get to you in the next few days. Today is Monday. I don't answer email. I don't answer the phone. I don't do readings. I love what I do, but even Psychic Bob has to have a break. So I've been resting all day. I went shopping down in Old Town. I went out to lunch, but I did do astrology today because it's funny, even though it's part of my profession, I never feel like astrology is work. To me, it's, I've enjoyed it. It's been a hobby for so many years. I've been doing astrology since 1978. Can you believe that, Lamb Chop? Yeah, all right. Well, listen, I got to talk about, why don't you go over there and sit down? Oh, okay. I know. I'm sorry. Yeah, you can have some tea. Okay. There you go. Very good. I like the tea also. What's that? Oh, yeah. I'm going to give you a horoscope in just a little while. No, I didn't forget that you're an Aries. He's an Aries sign. Did you guys know that? Yeah, I remember that you're an Aries, so that's okay. You know, it's funny, Lamb Chop's a lamb and he's an Aries, which is the ram, which is a type of lamb. So the ram, the Aries ram, is the great spirit of all the lambs of the earth. Did you know that? Yeah, you like that? All right, well, there you go. Well, why don't you go over there? You know, the sun's going to be setting. You can watch the sunset and maybe you'll, get some mystical experience. Okay. Yeah. All right. So go down there and sit over there while I talk to everybody. Thank you, Lamb Chop. Oh, my goodness gracious. I'm telling you. Well, as I tell you, welcome to Monday. It's my day off. And I'm not doing live psychic readings tonight, but I am going to give horoscopes to you. And I want to say thank you to all of you who did come out to yesterday's show, because last night we did have live psychic readings. So if you didn't see that, that's in the queue right before this one. I hope you'll check it out. Anyways, I've been feeling all etheric today. And, I got to show you what I'm wearing today. You guys will appreciate this. I've got on my new astrology shirt. This is the constellations in the sky. It's a star map with the stars charted and the constellations of the Zodiac. How do you like that, huh? And it's on the back too. See, it goes all the way away. So there, I think that's Aries right there, actually. That might be Aries or Capricorn. But anyways, I've got all the star signs on my shirt. How do you guys like that, huh? Is that fun? Oh my gosh. Stardust, he says, hey, Psychic Bob, Cola Bob's banned me. I was only joking. Well, you're unbanned. You're back. We ban everybody here sometimes, so don't worry about it. She's just playing with you, okay? Anyways, also, I'm wearing a really cool piece of jewelry. As many of you know, I loved all my life the great astrologer and psychic Jean Dixon. And she literally lived about 10 minutes away from me, the world famous astrologer and psychic. And when she died, I bought out part of her estate because it was up for auction. And I bought a box of her jewelry. And this was one of the pendants that I got that belonged to Jean Dixon. In the 1970s, she designed a series of jewelry that was astrology jewelry. And she had a series of crosses. And this is the Aquarius cross. She had a number of different pendants. I think she herself was a Cancer, but she had an astrologist, an Aquarius, in her jewelry box. So I bought that out as when I bought her estate. I bought a bunch of her jewelry. So this actually was designed. Jean Dixon was one of the worldwide famous distributions of her jewelry. And this actually was hers in her personal jewelry box. So there you go. Look at it. There's Aquarius and pouring water. But this is in flawless condition from the 70s. This doesn't look like it's ever been worn. And it's a signed piece in the middle. It's hard to see there, but it says Jean Dixon, copyright Jean Dixon. So Jean Dixon not only designed this jewelry line, this is one of her original pieces from her estate. And I own it now. So I have some famous jewelry pieces. And I'm wearing that tonight. I'm going to show you another wonderful, valuable piece of jewelry since we're on astrology. We like to hang out. We like to hang out on Monday and just have fun, don't we? Dan, there's my buddy Danny from Texas. Danny, I've got to show them this amazing pendant that you gave me. Danny gave this to me a few years ago for my birthday, and I wear it all the time too. Today I'm just wearing Jean Dixon because it's lightweight and it's hot here. But I love to wear this one. This one, Danny, I don't think you realized what you bought me at the time, but my buddy Danny from Texas there got this. This is I have my jewelry case right here. This is a big Zodiac wheel, also from the 1970s. I love 1970s stuff. I just think it was a great era. I grew up in that era. And Danny, I don't know if I ever told you this, or maybe you knew it, but I didn't realize it till recently. This is a very famous piece of jewelry. This is an Alan Napier. Alan Napier was a jewelry designer back in the 60s and 70s. Very famous. His pieces are worth a lot of money. And Danny bought me an original signed Alan Napier pendant with the original chain. Now, sometimes you'll find Napier pieces, but most of the times they don't have the original chain. This is, I researched this, Danny. This is the original chain that was sold with the pendant from us. So it's a complete set in flawless condition. And Danny, I treasured this as well as part of my astrology jewelry. So I'm just glad you're here tonight because I always think of you. And this is from Danny. So Danny, thank you, buddy. You're awesome, man. I love it. I wear it all the time. So I tell you, Psychic Bob is just in the astrology mode. I got on Gene Dixon tonight. I got Alan Napier here. I got on my astrology Zodiac shirt. I am feeling the star power. Whoo, and I'm glorified. Whoo, in Jesus' name. I tell you. Well, I tell you guys, how are you guys out there now? You look like you're all having fun. Thank you, Dan. Danny said it was perfect for you. Danny, it couldn't have been better because you know, it's funny at the time when Danny was shopping for me, I wanted a piece like that. And he didn't know. I hadn't told him that. And Danny just sent it to me. I was like, what the heck? And he was like, I just thought I was supposed to get this for you. And it's something I had been really wanting. Danny said, yes, it's a set. Yeah, I've got the original Alan Napier chain and the pendant. So to have it together is really, it's really quite special. Thank you, Danny. You're awesome, man. Right back at you. You cool, man. Well, I'm just glad y'all are here. And, you know, there's a lot going on astrologically. But before we get into that, also, just a few quick announcements. Excuse me. One, if you didn't see yesterday, if you weren't here yesterday, you missed live psychic readings. So go back and see that. The spirit was moving. We had a great show last night, and I think you all will really enjoy it, you know. Oh my God, Danny just said something to me. He said, I made a wall piece for your altar room. It's soon to be on the way. Danny, I can't believe you. Oh my, Danny makes amazing. I'm setting up my altar and I have a number of things to show you, but I've got to get the room set up. Danny is very generous of you. I don't know what to say. You always amaze me. Danny is very talented. Danny, if you might get, if you might want to advertise your stuff here, people would probably buy from you. So I know they would. I don't know if you like to do stuff for the public, but Danny's an amazing, talented woodworker. He's made me a beautiful chalices. He made me a beautiful pendulum board, like the alignment of the stars board. He made me, I can't even keep track. He's given me so many things, beautiful handmade wands and cabinets, and it's amazing. Thank you, Danny. Well, I'm shocked and I don't know what to say, but I will do a whole video on that when it arrives. You're so nice. Thank you, Dan. I'm glad you're here. Well, guys, we do have a lot to talk about astrology-wise. But before we get into that, yes, this Thursday, for those of you who are members of the Order of the Silver Star, we will be having a meetup via Zoom at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 6 Eastern, 5 Central, 4 Mountain, 3 Pacific. For those of you in Europe, it'll be 11 p.m. London time, midnight Germany time. So put on your calendars. I'll send out an announcement on email for the members of the Order of the Silver Star, the Wiccan order that I run, and Kola Bob runs. She's our high priestess. That will be on this Thursday at our usual time. All right. So just come with an open heart and mind and be open to spiritual power. All right. Also, there's still time to sign up for this Saturday's psychic development class. So many of you said how much you enjoyed, last week's class. I got a lot of letters. Thank you. If you'd like to learn more about trance channeling, let me know, or just go to my website. You can register over there for the class. It's only $30. It's 2 hours of training and trance channeling. I will be teaching on Saturday, and you're welcome to join us. You're not going to get psychic training anywhere else. And I'm not saying this to sound self-important, but I am one of America's top psychics. I know what I'm doing. I've been doing psychic work for over 30 years. I've been on all the major radio and television networks. I've been covered by the newspapers. I've been interviewed. I have published books. So I'm well established and I know what I'm doing. And I would love to help you open your channel. So if you want to learn about trance channeling, please register over at PsychicBob.com. Don't wait to the last minute. I limit that class to 30 people. We have a high demand, but I keep it small enough so I can actually work with everybody personally that comes to that class. Okay. So if you want to join us, just go over there. It's $30. It's all at my website, PsychicBob.com. I look forward to seeing you. Thank you so much. All right. Well, we got to really see what's going on in the stars because a lot is happening right now. Baroness Kolobob, Stardust C seems to be upset about something. I thought we got that sorted. Anyways, all right. So let's talk about what is going on with our astrology. Well, let me just tell you, first of all, right now we've got our sun in the sign of Leo. 2 days ago on the 23rd, our sun moved from Cancer into Leo. Happy birthday to our Cancer babies who've had birthdays this week, and happy birthday to our Leo babies. So if you're a Cancer or a Leo, Psychic Bob sends you birthday greetings and blessings. Thank you for being here. Now, we've got today, we're starting off this week with our moon in Cancer. What does that mean? A Monday with the moon in Cancer means the moods are running high. A lot of you today are going to be feeling a little sensitive, a little emotional, okay? Everybody got to chill, be gentle with each other today, okay? All right, because that moon in Cancer might make you feel a little overwhelmed emotionally today. I've been having a little bit of a nostalgic day. Sometimes when the moon goes in Cancer, I get nostalgic. Like I've been thinking about like the past 20 years of my life. And, you might get a little, what's the word? Melancholy, reflective, nostalgic. Not necessarily bad. I'm not depressed, but I've just been feeling a little thinking about life, how time passes and people I've lost and miss and things like that. There's been a little bit of that nostalgia, at least for me today. Maybe your experience has been different. But that Cancer moon always brings it out in me, makes me reflective and nostalgic. So, you know what I did? I got out of the house today and was live on the street. And that kind of got me moving again, gets stuck in my mind. Sometimes Cancer makes you get nostalgic and you just kind of get frozen for the day. I'm not saying it happens to everybody, but it can happen with that. Okay. And today, our rising sign that started our day off, our ascendant, the ascendant is the sign that is on the horizon at sunrise. It starts the energy for the day. And it was Sagittarius ascendant. And I love Sagittarian energy because it makes you inspired to go for your goals. So even though I've been feeling nostalgic and kind of wanting just to be quiet and reflective, that Sagittarian energy gave me the impetus to get up and get back into life. So there's the kind of our major things that are starting. Now, we also have some major transits that are happening today to kick off our week. Let me just break these down. We've got Mercury square Mars. We've got Mercury trine Jupiter. We've got Venus square Jupiter. Jupiter semi-square. Oops, hold on a second. I can't read my notes here. Jupiter semi-square Saturn and Jupiter quintile Pluto. All of that's going on in the sky above us today. All right. Now, what does that mean? All right, let's break that down so you guys get a sense of what we're dealing with today. Okay. So Mercury square Mars means people could be a little challenging in communicating. May kind of miss some signals. There could be a little over emotionality. Now, remember, with that moon in Cancer, people are sensitive. Mercury square Mars says be careful with your speech. It's easy to get people all emotional and upset. All right, we've got Mercury trine Jupiter. This is a power aspect that says, despite everybody's emotions, there's a lot of energy to get business deals going, to get finance rolling. You're looking for a job. That Mercury trine Jupiter gives you a little more power in the work area. All right, now we do have Venus square Jupiter today. And that Venus square Jupiter says, You may not be feeling it. All right. And it's also a little of a caution. Now, I always say Venus square Jupiter means don't mix business and pleasure. So don't go into a business meeting and like try to size people and go, oh, you look kind of cute. I think I'll flirt with you. No flirtation today with business associates. It's not a good day to mix in romance and business. It will get you in hot water because Mercury is square Mars and Venus square Jupiter. You are just walking into hot water. So today is the day you want to keep it very factual. Just keep it very above board, very polite, very gentle, very friendly. Don't be risque in your behavior and try to be flirtatious and say sexy things. Not today, okay? With that Jupiter semi-square Saturn, that means that people may feel a little bit like taking things slow, but that Jupiter is always beneficent, and it means things will turn in your favor. Be patient, all right? And then we got Jupiter quintile Pluto, which is a great alignment. That means people are inclined towards business partnerships and alignments with you. So if you keep your attitude straight today and you just try to play it by the book and play it proper, you're going to get through this day. I know in the East it's getting towards the end of the day, but sometimes those work situations go on into the evening. So I hope this still helps some of you today. Okay. You guys all right? You everybody with me? Yeah. T. Rose Lover says, my sister is a Cancer. All right. Well, happy birthday to your sister. We're now in the sign of Leo. So, but she probably had a birthday recent then. Robert Stevens says, so I can't say anything bad about Longhorn, the Longhorn guy. Be careful, especially where sports are involved, Robert. People love their sport teams. You might get in a fight with somebody. Don't do that. So today we all got to kind of zip the lip. Remember that? Zip the lip. Be nice to people. Smile a lot. Be patient because people aren't going to be feeling it. You might not be feeling it either. But as a person who studies spirituality, I always say that forewarned is forearmed. So we don't have to go into the day with panic and fear. We just know how to behave, and you're going to be okay. All right. So don't panic. Now we're going to have our moon in Cancer tomorrow. So all of this applies for tomorrow. So everything I'm telling you today, kind of keep that with your head and take it into your day tomorrow, because we're still going to have that Cancer moon. And that's going to make people a little over emotional, a little sensitive. Okay. The good thing about Cancer moon is it's great for psychism. So if you're feeling inspired by spirit today, it's a great day to trust that psychic sense and to roll with it. Okay. All right. So there's kind of a little overview to start off our week. Now, a lot of you have been writing saying you love it now that I'm going back to doing individual horoscopes for the signs. So we're going to do that as well. So we're going to start around our zodiac wheel, and we're at the sign of Aries, which is the top of our wheel right there. Okay. All right. So Aries, where are we? March 21st. By the way, I meant to tell you guys, I'm going to give the birth dates after each sign. So listen up. And when you hear the sign with the birth date where your birth date range falls, that's your sign. Now, most of you know your sign. And if you hear a date and you're like, well, I was born on April 20th, March 20th, and Bob says I'm a Pisces, but the other astrologer says I'm an Aries, who do I believe? Listen to both horoscopes. That just means you're born on the cusp. See, when you're born on the cusp, year to year, the zodiac wobbles. That's how I like to say it, wobbles. So one day you'll be on this side of the line, the next year on that side. It doesn't really matter. It just means you get two zodiacs, and listen to them, because you'll kind of figure out which sign you are. All right. And if nothing else, you get two horoscopes. You get more than the average person. So it's a win-win. Don't let being a cusp baby upset you. All right. So let's start around our wheel. So Aries, March 21st through April 19th. Right now, Aries, you've got Jupiter in your fourth house. You've got Jupiter in Aries in the fourth house. This is offering a lot of opportunity for you to think in terms of family growth and prosperity. If you're in Aries, I want you to think right now that all your family, if you have a family or if you're single, that this is a time to grow as a person and bring those you love with you. It doesn't have to necessarily be your own family or children, but this does indicate, like, if you're married and have children or have partner and children, that everybody's growing together. There's kind of a group success right now. So as you grow, your family grows. So like your wife, you might get a promotion at work soon, and then your wife gets a promotion. And then the kids come home and say they got a special scholarship. So money is flowing around Aries right now. And so think of it as the tribe is growing, the tribe is moving forward. We're all prospering together. All right. Isn't it nice? Have you ever been in there? I've been in situations where it's like everybody in the family has good luck all of a sudden. Well, that's kind of what it's about for Aries this week. It's about watch your growth and see your family grow as well. Everybody's going to be blessed. So the Aries families and the Aries people, all y'all, see, I'm Southern Virginia, we say all y'all. Y'all got blessings of finance, prosperity, go with the flow. You got, as I said, Jupiter in your sign in the 4th house. Whoo, that's a good alignment. I'm feeling that. All right. We Aquarians, we don't got Jupiter in our sign right now, but you Aries do. So name it and claim it and get some money in for yourself. Okay. There you go. All right. Next sign on our wheel is Taurus, and that's April 20th through May 20th. Hold on just a second. Yeah. Taurus, this week you want to focus on personal well-being. Okay. You've got Uranus in the 6th house in your sign, and that really says taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself. This would be a great time for Taurus to work on exercise or dietary plans. As many of you know, I do yoga every day, and I just love it. Yoga has changed my world, and I'm going to be a fan of yoga for life. I can tell this is not a phase. So if you're a Taurus, I might just suggest that you even explore yoga as a way to balance your body, your mind, and your spirit. Taurus, it's about self-love. Taurus is one of the leaders of the Zodiac, and they're really good at taking care of everybody. But a lot of Tauruses sometimes, not all of them, but some of them neglect themselves. So Taurus, I want you, if you need permission, you got Psychic Bob's permission. Not that you need it, but if you feel like you need somebody give you the okay, I'm giving Taurus individuals the okay to nurture themselves. You might want to take a day off of work and go to a spa. You might want to go and, visit a gym and get a personal trainer to help you get that body energy flowing. You might want to go to a yoga studio. Whatever it is, Taurus, you want to think of balancing your body, your mind, and your spirit. Maybe your self-care means going to a therapist and talking about your anxieties. Whatever it is. Some of you, your self-care could be calling Psychic Bob for a reading. All right. I'm not trying to make money here, but I'm just saying, think this week, Taurus, in terms of what nurtures you, what helps you. If a session with Psychic Bob nurtures you and helps you, give me a call. Okay. So take care of yourself, love yourself. And what you're going to find is that opens up an energy that carries you through this week to really be the best that you can be. All right. Very good. There's Taurus. All right. Gemini, May 21st through June 20th is our next sign. Gemini, May 21st through June 20th. All right. Right now, guys, you've got Moon in the sign of Cancer in your 7th house. Listen right now to your intuition. Geminis, you are in a very strong psychic place. Listen to your intuition for all things business and personal. There's a lot of energy about people you're dealing with, forming relationships or dissolving relationships right now. But Gemini, you'll only be able to make those decisions properly if you honor that inner voice. Gemini, you are one of the planets or one of the signs that is considered one of the great communicators. Like Aquarius, Geminis are also considered fabulous in communication. But sometimes Gemini's challenge is that they're great at solving everybody's problems and sharing their thoughts, but they never know what to say to themselves. So Gemini, the universe, the cosmos, is giving you this special week to have that inner voice. The alignments give you power for yourself. You take it. And like the Taurus is before you got to love yourself enough to give yourself what you need. And if you do that, you're going to have a rocking week. So make it a rocking week. Tune out the world and its noise. Go within and let your inner voice guide you in all decisions, particularly business and personal relationships. You're going to rock it. There you go. All right. Next sign on our wheel. You guys with me? I haven't lost you yet. You're not asleep yet. I hope I'm bored the hell out of you. All right. It's Cancer, June 21st through July 22nd. Excuse me. Cancer, you're a lot like Gemini this week in that you also must listen to that inner voice. Right now, it shows around Cancer that there's energy for major life transitions. So if you're a Cancer, you may be contemplating this week like doing something major, like doing a whole different career, walking out a job you've had for 30 years, leaving a 50-year marriage, whatever it is that you're working on, or maybe entering into a marriage, whatever it is that you're working on, Cancer, listen to your inner voice and let it lead you through these life changes. Okay? You and Geminis are both got to really tune into yourselves right now. But for Cancer, the little different than Gemini in that these changes for Cancer are much more monumental. Okay? With Gemini, just to kind of break this down if anybody's confused, Gemini, your inner voice is more for balancing where you are in the moment and being able to be successful in the moment. Cancer, yours is about changing your entire life. And some decisions that you're going to make. So it's a little more monumental for you. So that inner voice and trusting it and really listening is key for your entire life right now. And I don't mean to be over dramatic, but it is important. So I want you to listen to that, Cancer, and know that's where it comes from. And you're going to rock it, but it's about what you feel, not what everybody's telling you. Because I feel like for some Cancers here tonight, somebody's got saying, you know what, I need to do this. My mother keeps telling me, do this, do that, but I don't feel it. I feel like I need to do this and that. You do, Cancer. You know what's that saying? You do you, boo. Don't let anybody stop you. Blessings to our Cancers. All right. There's our next sign on the wheel is Leo, July 23rd through August 22nd. I love Leo energy. Leo, right now you've got a lot of inspiration for communication. You have both the sun and Mercury in your sign this week. So that is illuminating the power of communication. Leos, right now you want to speak to the world. You are in power communication mode. If you're a Leo, this is an excellent week to go out, do job interviews, to do media appearances. If you're a Leo and you're trying to start a business, by all means, put out press releases, do interviews, let yourself be seen. Leos, you have that star quality. A lot of celebrities and actors are Leos, and it's no surprise to me when you know Leo energy. But Leo, right now, the power is for you to share your message. Maybe you're a Leo and you're a political activist. Maybe you thought, I want to change the country. I want to change the laws. I want to get things going in a better direction. Leo, stand and speak your truth. Stand in your truth, Leo. Speak your truth. Now, it's no good, Leo, just to say, well, I believe this, I'll stand it. No. This week is about taking it to the outer world. So don't be shy. You let that spirit of the sun power flow through you. You let the power of Mercury guide you. You're going to rock it. You are going to rock it. Whoo! You're going to be glorified. Glorified in the sun. There you go. With the sun in your sign, you can't lose, Leo. So rock it, speak your truth, and change the world. There you are. That's your work for the week. No small task for Leo, is it? All right. Our next sign on our wheel is Virgo. And Virgo is August 23rd through September 22nd. Virgos, right now, looking at your chart, you may be feeling a little lackluster. You may be feeling like ho-hum, a little bored, a little uninspired. Virgo, this week, the secret, like the Geminis and Cancers, is you have to go within. The difference for you, Virgo, is that You almost feel complacent this week, like I can't be bothered with anybody or anything. And that's a sign that you might be stagnating a little bit, Leo or Virgo. So if you're a Virgo and you feel like you're stagnating, you feel like nobody's interested in anything I have to say, nobody cares, and I'm ho-hum, know that that is not your destiny, Virgo. That is not your destiny, Virgo. You are meant to be active in this world. So, Virgo, the secret to you this week is you have to go within. I want Virgos, every Virgo listening to this stuff, I want you to think about what inspired me. When was the last time in my life I was excited? So if you're a Virgo and you're saying, 10 years ago, I was so excited. I thought I was going to go be a race car driver. And I even bought the car and tried to get into racing. And then somehow you lost your focus and never did it. This is the time, go explore that path again. For Virgos, it's about going back to the past, finding what inspired you and revisiting it. Whether that's maybe you wanted to do painting at one time, you never did it. Maybe you wanted to write a book and somehow you just got sidetracked and never did. Maybe you said, I'm going to start my own design house and design clothing and jewelry. I don't care what it is, Virgo. You got to find that inspiration again and let it give you the wellspring of life. And that's how you're going to get through, Virgo. Okay? All right, there you go. Wonderful. Virgos, go for it. All right. Our next sign on our zodiac wheel is Libra, and that's September 23rd through October 22nd. Libra, this week for you, it's about not getting caught up in the moment. You may feel like people are hemming in around you, trying to take your energy and get you to react to dealing with the moment. Libra, walk away from everybody that's pressuring you and look to the far horizon. Look to the rising of the sun in the coming days. What I mean by that, Libra, is you've got to focus on long-term goals. If you get all caught up in the drama of the moment, you're going to miss some great opportunities for career growth and personal growth. If you're a single Libra and you're surrounded by toxic people, ditch those people, go out on your own and be open to meeting some new people. If you're a Libra and you're stuck in your job and you think, well, I'll just stick it out, because I've got a raise coming in 6 months. That's not really the reason if you don't love your job. Look at the longer goal. In 6 months, are you really going to be happier even if you get the raise? Libra, this is about the longer picture, the longer term vision, the longer term goal. That is what you've got to focus on. If you do that, you're going to have an awesome week. So get out of the moment and get into the long vision of the future. And then you will be successful. Blessings to our Libra folk. All right. Well, I got to drink some tea. My voice is going out here. How do you like my mug? I got little stars all over my mug, little constellations. Isn't that great? All right. Our next sign on our wheel is Scorpio. Very powerful psychic sign. Scorpio, October 23rd through November 21st. Scorpio, as I mentioned earlier today, that Cancer moon tends to bring us into memories of the past and a little nostalgia. But for Scorpios this week, looking to the past is the secret to charting your future. Similar to the to the Virgos, I want you to look into your past. I want you to find what it was that you used to love. Where were you successful? You might have said, 10 years ago, I was a top manager in my company, and now I'm just a little peon in this new company that formed, and I don't make near the money or have near the fun. Well, Scorpio, this is a time to say, when was I successful? What made me successful? And then revisit it. Go for that again. It's a time of transition for you, Scorpio, but you cannot hold on to the moment thinking that now is the best it's going to be, because there's a lot of change coming for Scorpio. But the secret to that is go back to the past. Now, I'm not one of these people say live in the past glory and dwell on that forever. No, we've got to move beyond the glory of the past. but for a little while, and Scorpio, this is for you, for just a little while, go back to your glory days and know that you can have those glory days again. Figure out what made you successful in the past and why maybe you don't feel as successful today. Now, if you're a Scorpio listening to this and you say, well, Psychic Bob, I'm more successful than I've ever been. What are you talking about? This is for the Scorpios that are challenged. If you're already making it, then I want you to say, I'm going to make it even more. But if you're somebody who's listening as a Scorpio and say, I'm just not happy, I don't feel things are working for me, know that that is your key to breaking through. Okay? So there you go. Look to the past and chart the future. All right, here you go, Scorpio. Next on our wheel is Sagittarius, November 22nd through December 21st. Can't read my notes here. You know what I wrote down here? Okay. All right. Yes. Sagittarius, you have a lot of leadership energy around you right now. All right. You want to think in terms of your goals, in terms of working with people. There's a lot of opportunity for Sagittarius right now to be successful in business. All right. Particularly in leadership. If you're a Sagittarius and you're thinking, gee, I'd like to apply for that advanced position and be a project manager, this is the week to do it. Sagittarius, you are going to be perceived of in a leadership way. People are looking to you now. So step into your power and be the leader that you know you are. All right. I know there's going to be at least one Sagittarius out there going, well, Bob, I don't feel like a leader and everybody at my work hates me. Well, you know what? That might be a sign it's time just to get a new job. Why don't you say, you know what? I'm going to change my life. Sagittarius, your key to success right now is knowing where your power lies. And the astrology says your power lies in leadership, not being the average everyday worker. Look for areas of your life where you can make a change. You say, you know what? I'm going to take over that project. Maybe you work in an office, like where, for example, where I worked at an office once where there was somebody who was in charge of the Xerox machine and they never changed the paper. And everybody had to end up figuring out how to change the paper. It was kind of complex. It wasn't an easy machine. And one day I just decided, you know what? I'm tired of this person not doing their job. So I just took over taking care of the Xerox. I got the manual. I learned how all the parts work. I took care of it. And my boss is like, gosh, that Xerox machine's working better than ever. And everybody in the office said, yeah, Bob, he's taking care of it. And they're like, well, what about Susie Q, who was supposed to do it? Susie Q is like, well, I don't understand it. And then, well, guess what? When promotion time came, I got the raise because the boss is like, you've made the office more efficient. Now, I wasn't trying to step on Susie Q's toes because I told her, I said, Susie Q, do you need help with this? She said, I can't deal with it. You take it over. So I found an area where I could take charge of, and it made a difference in my life. So you don't have to do amazing, great things. Start with some small things, Sagittarius, and take your leadership and run with it. That's your key. Blessings to you. All right. Woo. I could get talking and go on tangents for 20 years, but I got to stay focused. All right. Next side on our wheel. Capricorn, December 22nd through January 19th. You know, Capricorn, right now, Pluto is in your second house, giving you a lot of power for partnerships. This is an alignment time. If you're a Capricorn, you might be tempted because Capricorns are fast moving, like to go on their own. I'm going to say, Capricorn, slow down just a little bit and look at who you can ally yourself with and align yourself with. Because right now, this week, your success is not about going on your own. It's about aligning with somebody else to make the goal. So it's all about partnerships. That Pluto energy is aligning you with people to get things going. So don't sit back and go, oh, I'm just going to do it myself. No. Stop and look. Who do you trust? Who do you know? Who knows what you know? Get them on your team and take it with you. Now, this doesn't just have to be in business. This could be in social life or personal life. Maybe maybe you serve on, for example, your local community board, like maybe you're part of the community association. And you say, I'd really like to get those apple trees planted down the main drive. But every time I bring it up to the board, nobody listens. So maybe you're going to go find your special friend. Maybe Brad is on the board. And you think, Brad might be open to this. You start having lunch with Brad, say, can you throw a vote my way when I bring up the apple tree proposal? And Brad will say, what, I've been thinking the same thing. Now you got an ally, and boom, your goals get met. All right, that's how you want to think about this week, Capricorn. Look for your allies, align with them, form a partnership. Know that Pluto is guiding you, the planet of Pluto, and you will have success. All right, so go for it in union with another. Don't go it on your own. Be humble enough to know you need some help, and then you'll be successful. There you go, Capricorn. All right. Now, I know some Capricorn's going to write me a letter later. Well, PsychicBob, the only person I can align with annoys the heck out of me. They drive me crazy, and I can't stand them most of the time. But they would be a good ally. Should I ally with them? And I would say, at least for this week, absolutely yes. Just ignore their annoying behavior. They will help you get your task met. So there you go. Hi, Star. You're here just in time. You did not miss Aquarius, because Star Lightwork said, did I miss Aquarius? We are now at the sign of Aquarius. So Star Lightworker, guess what? You're here just in the nick of time. But you did miss the earlier stuff where we were singing and having fun, and I showed all my jewelry. So you have to go back and watch this. All right. Baroness Kolobov says, Dionysus is guiding me, Bobs. That's why I'm fast. LOL. Yes, I believe that. All right. Aquarius. Hey, since it's my day off, I can dance and sing. Can I? Can I be a little crazy today? When the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, then peace will guide the planet, and love will steer the stars. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Age of Aquarius. Aquarius. All right. I can't sing. Glorified. All right. By the way, for those of you just tuning in, I am wearing my Jean Dixon 1970s Aquarius cross. This actually belonged to Jean Dixon, the famous astrologer. I bought it from her estate after she passed. I have some of her personal jewelry. And this is one. And when I die, I'm willing it to the Smithsonian Museum because they're interested in it. So there you go. All right. Aquarius. Aquarius is January 20th through February the 18th. Okay. Aquarius, this week for you, you are going to be feeling very mystical. You're going to want to know the mysteries of magic, the mysteries of spirituality, the mystery of spirit communications, the mystery of astrology. Whatever your favorite little occult thing is, Aquarius, that's what you want to focus on. I recently have started reading some books on ceremonial magic. I'm a Wiccan, which is more low magic, but I've been reading books on ceremonial magic, and I'm telling you, I am feeling it. And I thought, why am I having this draw to ceremonial magic? And when I looked up the astrology, it shows the alignments this week are promoting occult studies for Aquarius. So you want to explore esoteric knowledge. If it's mystical, if it's esoteric, if it's intriguing to your mind, Aquarius, that's what you want to focus on this week. All right. You're going to find, Aquarius, that the knowledge that you gain this week will give you power to take it into your other areas of your life. Now, I know somebody's going to say, well, Bob, I got to work 5 jobs a day. I don't have time to sit and read these astrology books. This is stupid. I know, because I always get criticisms for my horoscopes. But I will say to that Aquarius who challenges me with that, I'm going to say, if you give 5 minutes a day to esoteric knowledge, it will give you the power to change your world in the next few weeks. This week, it's about taking that power. There's special energies that are allowing Aquariuses to absorb it on such a deep level that they might not have been able for. Like I always say, the stars help us. They give us power. So work with that Uranian energy, okay? Work with that cosmic energy. Work with that alignment. This is where power is. Work with the planet Saturn, which is powering a lot of Aquarians right now. And let the esoteric open your mind. It's funny. Sometimes when you read mystical literature, you'll get an insight about stuff you would have never thought possible. And you're like, I never thought about that. And it can change your whole world. So that's what you want to do. Okay? You want to honor the esoteric. Maybe you're an Aquarius and you've been thinking, I really would like to read a book about Wicca. Or maybe I'd like to learn the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram. Maybe you want to learn the Kabbalah. I don't care what you study, Aquarius, but delve into these ancient teachings and mysteries and let it enrich you and change your life and give you a new perspective and an access to new power. You see? I started studying astrology when I was 10 years old. 1978, I bought my first astrology book. I should say my mother bought it for me. I didn't have anybody. But Mom bought me. I begged her. I was in line at the grocery store, and it was Sidney Omar's Aquarius Forecast for 1978. It was my first book. I will never forget it. I was up at Safeway at Rose Hill. Can you believe I even remember the store and the location, shopping. I was at the Safeway at Rose Hill in Alexander, Virginia. Some of you might know that store. I don't know if it's still there, but it used to be there. Shop at Rose Hill Shopping Center. And they had astrology books at the checkout. 1970s astrology was all the rage. And I got my first astrology book. And I got it home and I started reading it. And I was like, this is really amazing. And I just couldn't put that book down. Every day I'm checking my horoscope. I probably drove my parents crazy because I was always walking around going, well, today the moon is in alignment in the 10th house, according to Sidney Omar. And I love Sidney. He was the first people I cut my tooth on. I first cut my teeth on astrology with Sidney Omar's books. And I've loved him and felt loyal to him ever since. And when he died a few years ago, I was so sad. I thought, we'll never have another one. And then Gene Dixon died a little later. Sidney Omar passed, then Gene Dixon. I said, all my favorite astrologers are gone. But you know what? They got me started, both of them. And I'm here today. And if you're enjoying astrology forecasts, you can give a little prayer and thanks to Sidney Omar and to Gene Dixon, because they're the reason why I follow this and why it's made my life really much better and why I'm hopefully helping your life be a little better. Okay. I know that Lady Jane of the Earl Grey Tea Tribe loved Gene Dixon as well. So Lady Jane, I thought for you would enjoy, again, getting another look. This belonged to Gene Dixon. It's a piece of her jewelry from her estate. It's my astrology cross. So Lady Jane, I know you're a big fan of her. So I want you to see that I actually have a real piece of Gene Dixon jewelry. I don't know if she actually wore this. It doesn't look like it was worn, but she designed the jewelry line. So I think that this was probably one of the pieces that was one of the first releases. Because when you design something, they bring you the samples. So you get to see what it's going to look like. I think this is probably one of the sample pieces that were when they first came out that she acquired as part of seeing what the line would look like. It doesn't look like it was ever worn, but it was in her jewelry box. So that's what I got. All right. So Aquarius, flow with the esoterica and you will rock it. All right. Next sign, we're not done. Hang with us, guys, is Pisces. Pisces, February 19th through March 20th. All right, Pisces, you're a little bit like the Aquarians this week. You want to focus, though, particularly on your dreams. The universe, the cosmos, the planets are bringing spiritual knowledge to Pisces, but it's going to be through dreams and visions. Neptune is really working in your sign right now, and you want to really follow those dreams. It's a great week for Pisces to get a dream interpretation book. Hi, Melinda Tournay. Yeah, Oh, well, I'm glad you're here. Sorry I missed the show. I will watch you got to watch the replay. There's a lot in today's show. We had a lot of fun. I was singing throughout the show. I'm a little cray-cray, you know. There's Robin Boston. She said, I used to read Jean Dixon's newspaper column every day. I did too. She was published, I think, wasn't in the, I don't know if you were here in Baltimore area, the Baltimore Sun. I think they carried her column, if I remember. We used to get the Sun newspaper, Baltimore Sun, as well as the Washington Post. I'm not being endorsed by either of those newspapers, but anyways, I used to read, I think it was in the Baltimore Sun. Anyways, so Pisces, this week it's about the mystery of dreams. The spirit world is speaking to you. You may have very strong spirit visitation dreams. You may have prophetic dreams. You might just be dreaming out your future life. Keep a journal this week of your dreams, Pisces. Study it, explore it, delve into it, let it enrich you, let it help you, you know. There's Danny from Texas says, thank you for what you do, Bob. Like you say, always look to the stars to find the answers. I find answers in meditation and silence as well. May your path forward be filled with many blessings. God bless you, Danny. I'm so glad you're here. Danny's been a good friend to me a long time. And Danny, I do appreciate all your kind thoughts for me. Thank you. Danny's rocks it. All right, so Pisces, you got it. Keep a dream journal. Get a book on dream interpretation and work with that energy. That's your power. You know, if you know, people write me all the time, like cause tomorrow, because we're having messages. People will write me, go, say, Bob, I don't know what to do this week. I got all this stuff going on. I'm just so confused. And I always say to them, did you look at yesterday's video? No, I never watch astrology video. And I said, there's your answer, what you got to do for the week. If you know, the truth is I love everybody at my channel, but the truth is also that I have over 40,000 people that watch me in a month. Every month my stats come around 30 to 40,000 people. And I can't personally always sit and write to everybody. So this show is a way for you to get your help to know what you got to do this week. So tell your friends, you know, what to do. Okay? Tell them to come to Monday's show. All right. And I want all y'all writing down, taking notes everywhere. I forgot to say that at the beginning. But I encourage you, go back, watch this, and take notes if you weren't here earlier. And study it, and you can help yourself to move through your week. Okay? You know, one way to use this video, which a lot of people don't realize, let's say that you've got to go to an important work meeting, and you know your boss could be really difficult with you, right? If you find out what your boss's sign is, you can study their horoscope and know what their energy is. So when you deal with them, you already know kind of where their mind is. Because you said, oh, Bob said that Leos are going to be, you know, really sensitive this week. So I'll approach them very carefully. Knowing the signs of the people around you also help you in dealing with them. So learn your co-workers' signs, learn your boss's sign. And that way, when you interact, you know what you're dealing with, okay? I think it's so important. I really do. T. Rose Lover says, my mother liked Jean Dixon. I love Jean Dixon. You know, it's so cool, T. Rose. I lived literally 10 minutes from her all my life. She's just down in D.C., and I live here in Alexandria. I never went to her house till after she died, but I loved her. All right. So there's Pisces dream interpretation. So there we go. We spun around our big zodiac wheel. We've covered all the alignments for every sign this week, you know. So does anybody have any astrology questions? I'll take a few minutes and maybe answer a few questions. If you have anything you want to ask. All right. Anybody have any stuff you want to ask? Thank you, Lady Jane. Lady Jane of the Earl Grey Tea Tribe says, that was quite a spin, Bob. That's right. I always say we spin around the wheel. Do you guys ever watch gambling? You ever been to a casino? They have this wheel they spin called a roulette wheel. And I always like to joke and say, my astrology wheel is my big roulette. Well, I spin it and I come up good every time. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm so glad you enjoyed that. Thank you, Lady Jane. Oh, thank you. You're welcome, Colleen Cord. Colleen says, thank you, Psychic Bob. Wonderful. Thank you. Colleen Croy, check your email. I think you're in on the special event. I sent out invoices. If you don't see it, check your junk mail. I don't know if you got that. If you did, let me or Baroness know. But you are on the list for the Wednesday event. This Wednesday, we're going to do a special event, which is a night of private psychic messages. Going to be held on Zoom. That event is already full. Oh, wait. Yeah. I don't think we have any more seats, do we, Cola? I think we're full for that. But some of you were asked to be in. If you can't be in, I need to also know that, because then we could sell another seat tomorrow or tonight. But Colleen, I think you said you want to be in. I sent you an invoice. So let me know if you're going to be there. Okay. Thank you so much. Stardust C says, hey, Bob, I watched the Wheel of Fortune. Well, that's kind of like a big Zodiac wheel, I suppose. You know what? Maybe I should start my own game show called Psychic Bob's Wheel of Astrology, and then we could spin the wheel and have it land on stuff and be like an astrology game show. I think I just came with $1 million idea. Oh my gosh. Lady Jane Gray asks a good question. She says, what's the best way to utilize a new moon, Bob? That's a good question. New moon is about new beginnings. So you want to think you can light candles and offer prayers at the new moon. Light like a white or silver candles and ask the moon mother to bless you, to strengthen you. You can bring healing. It can bring new opportunities for work, new prosperity. So the moon is a great source of power. And at new moon, it means the moon mother is giving you growth. Okay. Wonderful. Good question. Damien Devine has a question. He says, thank you, Bob. What kind of energy interactions happen when two similar signs are together? Scorpio, for example. Well, Damien, that's a good thing, because I'll tell you, people think that just because people are the same sign that makes them compatible. And sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. Because when you talk about compatibility and energy of a sign, like, for example, two Scorpios, they're both water signs. And in a positive aspect, they can encourage each other towards emotional growth. They can help be very psychic, very artistic. They can help each other be the best they can on a deep soul level. In the negative aspect, they can both go into depression and push each other away. Now, some of that also depends on what their moon signs are and their rising signs and their other alignments. So it's not just the sun sign, but in the positive side, the two signs can bring out the very best and give them such the powerful, extra powerful traits of that sign. You see, so like Scorpios are wonderfully psychic. They're very deep thinkers. They make great writers and artists. So two Scorpios that are together, they could make each other famous, because they could bring their art and their writing and their music to such levels that nobody could touch them. And that's a good aspect when signs are together. You see? So yeah, I hope that answers that a little bit. Northern Star says, I've had some bad encounters with other Scorpios. Well, you see, Scorpio is an interesting sign because male Scorpios and female Scorpios handle things differently. One of the traits of Scorpio is they have the most amazing, beautiful eyes, though. Every Scorpio I've met has amazing eyes. So if you have beautiful eyes, or somebody with the eyes, see if they're a Scorpio, Scorpios can, in the negative aspect, be secretive and volatile. There are some Scorpios, and I'm not saying every Scorpio, some, let me put that in quotes, some Scorpios who try to be deceptive because they feel like they have to hide truth, even though it might help people. They feel that they have to be protectors of truth. And sometimes that hidden truth or that deception ends up hurting people when it could have helped people. So, Northern Star, that can be a challenge with some, and again, I would say some Scorpios. In the positive side, though, Scorpios are visionaries. Scorpios feel things long before the rest of us do. Scorpios and Cancers have a lot of that deep feeling trait. They really have a lot of similarities. They're both water signs. So there's a lot of good. Scorpios can, like, for example, if a Scorpio writes something, they can say in like 1 or 2 sentences what would take the rest of us 10 sentences. They go to the essence and they put it out there. That's an amazing Scorpio trait I've seen. Scorpios are also great at occult studies. They can get to the truth of mysteries that a lot of us get stumbled up upon. So I like there's as I said, every sign has its good and its bad. There's negative sides to being an Aquarius, even though I brag about being an Aquarius. Even Aquarians have some negative sides. Northern Star says their eyes are quite piercing. Yes. Star Lightworker says Scorpio eyes are hypnotic. That's true. Baroness Kolobob says, I'm a Scorpio moon. I've got mesmerizing eyes that change color. Isn't it true, Bobs? Yes, that is true. Baroness Kolobob, I forgot that. Yes, you are Scorpio moon. So she carries those Scorpio traits, Lady Bree just said, all of my life, my real life friends are Scorpios and Taurus. All right. Are we back, guys? I hope I'm still broadcasting. We had an interruption in our broadcast. So what I was saying to Lady Bree is if we got to the bottom of that chart, we'd probably find out what makes that person that way. There's probably more to it than just being a Scorpio, All right, I'm back. Good. Yeah, thank you. All right. Yay, I'm back. Star Lightworker says, yes, they are, North Star. But I love all signs. However, I've run into a lot of Leos that tend to be superficial, but they are some awesome entertainers. That is true. I would have to agree with that. But they're amazing. I love the energy of Leo, Star Lightworker says, all signs are beautiful. I guess we all have our good and bad days. Isn't that true? It's true. One of the challenges as an Aquarius, and Baroness Kolobobs can tell you that, as an Aquarius, Aquarians love to talk to the masses. That's why a lot of Aquarians also work in media. Why I love YouTube, because I talk to thousands of people, and that's an Aquarian. We love to communicate our thoughts to the whole world. But when you get an Aquarian one-on-one in a deep personal conversation that they're directly connected to, sometimes we freeze up. And Baroness Kolobov says sometimes, she's like, you talk to the whole world, but you have trouble talking to me. And that's probably true at times. Not that I don't want to, but we're kind of reserved and shy in one-on-one relationships. So that's something I try to be aware of, Okay. Star Lightworker agrees with me about Aquarius. That is true about us, Bob. Agreed about it. Communications. Yeah. Northern Star says Oprah Winfrey is an Aquarius. Yes, she is. That's true. And she's perfect for her job, Well, listen, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I've so enjoyed being here with you today, and I hope you've had fun and got your astrology. Listen, if you tuned in late, go back and watch the broadcast. There's a lot in here. It'll give you insights not only about your sign, but about people that you know and what you're dealing with this week. At the beginning, we covered the major astrological movements that affect the whole planet this week, as well as we talked about the sun, the moon, and the rising sign that's starting off our week. And then we also covered all 12 zodiac signs. So I hope you got some good information out of this tonight and had fun. Big shout out to Baroness Kolobobs who helped us moderate tonight. Thank you for being here. So glad you're here. Well, guys, I've had fun. I love you. Listen, be here tomorrow, Tuesday, 12 o'clock noon. We are going to do a live stream messages from the spirit world. I'll be answering your psychic questions. So thank you for being here. You're welcome. Thank you. So many things. Love you all. And, like I always say, if you're at a time of struggle in your life, don't give in to despair. Just pause, just slow down, look to the stars, because that zodiac wheel is always spinning. And each day brings new alignments for power and for blessings. So let the stars be your allies on your journey. Keep a little faith, a little hope, a little love in your heart, and you're going to get through. PsychicBob's with you. I love you all. We'll see you tomorrow, 12 o'clock noon, for messages from the spirit world. Blessed be.